sleep for you this week?
Yeah, well, not really, but yeah, at the same time, got a bunch of sick babies at home, so keeping us up. It's okay. They'll live.
Having gone against Greg Roman's offenses before when you were on Seattle staff, is there any carryover, or are you too far removed and is the personnel too different?
It's a little bit of everything. I think he's evolved greatly. It's a much different system than what he had with Kaepernick. It was much easier to identify when they were doing things. I think he's done a fantastic job evolving that system to where you have to play. You have to play honest. You can't. There's really nothing on tape that tells you what they're doing. You just have to play good, sound, fundamental defense and bring your big boy pads because it's gonna be physical.
We often see the defensive end on the read option crashing down toward the tailback. Is that, I mean, does that player have the option to go after either, or is he coached to kind of go inside on those plays?
Depends on the call. Some calls he's taking it, some calls he's not. Sometimes he's a quarterback player, sometimes he's the dive player. It all depends on the call.
Well, this has something to do with Russell Wilson and Kyler Murray being pretty good quarterbacks just in general, but they're the most elusive guys you've faced this season. They've easily had the most success against your defense. I guess it makes sense. Guys can get away from a good pass rush, might have more success. But do you look at those games against them and say, hey, we were doing things wrong, or is that just because those guys can make plays?
You can look at it. I'll throw the caveat in there that Russell needed 16 drives to do what he did in an overtime period, but thought at regulation we were doing pretty well. But anyway, you're right. You always go back and look to what worked, what didn't, how you can get better. So you're always trying to evolve. And then, of course, this scheme is much different than those two. They're completely different schemes. And so the whole idea of when he's a passer, to me, stays the same, where you're with respect to your rush lanes. But with regards to the run game and how they use him is much different than the way they do Kyler and Russell.
How is Jaquaski playing that, being in the box and playing that read option, and then also still having the pass coverage responsibilities?
He's good. He's got good instincts. The more he's down there, the better he's gotten in terms of feel, understanding his run fit, understanding his reads, and being going to key in on the tailback and making sure that he can feel the line and all that stuff. So he's gotten a lot better at it over the course of his career, and he's going to need to be even better this week.
What you just said a second ago about Lamar Jackson, and Kyle described him as a running back as opposed to the other two quarterbacks that they want to kind of get rid of the ball or get down eventually when they open the field. Is that the big difference with him when he's out in the open?
When he's scrambling, yeah, I think he's more looking to create his explosive downfield with his legs. Where a guy like Russell, Kyler, they'll try to throw it first. But kid's a really good quarterback. I think his arm is very underrated. He's pretty dynamic, but for sure, mindset-wise, you get a feel that he'd rather run the ball when he's scrambling than throw it.
On top of how dynamic and explosive he is, they brought in Ingram, 20-pounder, those tight ends. How tough is it to match up against an explosive runner at the quarterback and also that power run game that they're able to kind of mix in with that too?
That's a lot of the challenge is that they are a downhill power running football team, and then you implement the read zone stuff that kind of is designed to spread you out and do all that stuff. So it's he's got a good system going. So it's going to be a good challenge. But they're a physical bunch. We got to bring it to them.
Is that one of those where if you go light to try to cheat for extra speed, you'll
Yeah,
probably get steamrolled?
If you create space, absolutely. They're so big, they're so powerful, they're falling forward and doing all that stuff. So what you look at that, there's just trying to play within the discipline of the defense and make sure you're doing a good job matching that physicality so you can get full pads so you're not trying to make an arm tackle and reaching at people, so it'll be good.
Is this the most unique defense you've ever, or offense you've ever had to prepare for? From the sense that they're outside the box with a lot of stuff, but they also do.
Yeah, there's some, he had some stuff in Buffalo, but not to this degree, where it's just play after play after play. So I guess you could say it's pretty unique. It's a tremendous challenge that everyone's pretty excited about. So they'll be fun. It's gonna be. I'm telling you, I'm excited to get out there. It's gonna be a fun game. So.
Is there aggressiveness in terms of going for it on fourth down, change how you have to approach third down?
Give that to me one more time, I'm sorry.
They're aggressive, they go for it on fourth down
A lot.
Does that change how you have to approach third down, knowing that they might not be going for the first down and that time, they might be still using 2 downs, or?
Depends on where you are on the field, situation and all that, it could. Down and distance, all those different things come to play. That's where tonight's the night we do our heavy third down stuff, so I'll be able to answer that tomorrow, but it's Thanksgiving, so.
You guys have been really good on fourth down this year in those types of situations. What can you pinpoint to why?
You know, it's, usually it's a rundown. You know, if you're trying to pinpoint what an offense does really well, you're trying to stop it, whether they throw the ball, run the ball, they could be balanced, but you're just trying to put guys in position to be able to go make a play in those situations. And our guys do a really good job understanding situations, understand what's being asked of them, so they can play their technique and do all those things. So on those 4th and 1, 3rd and 1 gotta have it's, our guys do a really nice job creating knockback up front, getting to the ball carrier, and if it's pass, being disciplined in coverage, so they got their eyes on their luggage, playing good fundamental defense and doing all that stuff. So it's really just designing a specific thing to help versus all the different things that teams might do.
Fourth down against Green Bay, you got to put DJ and Sheldon in. Was that timeout kind of just a blessing from the sky there that they called?
Yeah, I know. It was. Because initially we got stuck because we thought they were going no huddle right there. And we were fine. We had the defense, we had the structure and all that we were gonna play. We were in good shape. But us being able to get those 2 guys out there was a big benefit because DJ is actually the one who made that stop.
Against a team like this, how important is that nose tackle? Is that even more important in a game like this?
No, I think everyone is. It's because of what they do and all their downhill stuff, the 4 down linemen, the edge setting presence that we have, the nose, the 3, your linebackers flowing, they're all in this together. It's that front 7, the corners playing discipline, the middle third player making sure he's not giving up easy goal balls or post shots and all that stuff. So everyone's just got to be disciplined, clean with their eyes, and go play football and just play sound football. Don't chase goals. Just play sound football and just rally to the ball.
What makes Marshall Yanda unique?
He plays very angry to me. I enjoy that out of an offensive lineman. They got a couple of guys that play angry as heck, so it's just for me looking at it, it's actually enjoyable to watch.
Who else is angry?
That 86, he seems angry. I like him. It was my college football number 2, so I like him already. But no, you know, they got a couple of guys, but it's the backs run hard. The receivers block. They do a really nice job. Greg's doing a great job getting those guys coached up.
Looks like there's a pretty good chance that
Do you coach angry?
Teach with excitement. Depends.
it looks like there's a pretty good chance that it might rain on Sunday. How much does that make your job tougher going against a team that runs the ball as much as they do, and does that experience against the Redskins help at all?
I think they're field turf, right? I don't think it's going to be the same muddy slot fest. Is it grass now? Okay, didn't know that. Might help. I don't know. You know, I don't. Maybe they'll slip and fall a little bit, but I don't look at all that stuff because you still got to get your feet in the ground. You still got to go play football. Passing game might not be as effective like it was, and similar to what happened in Washington, but it doesn't matter. This team is a run-first team, and we got to stop the run.
Go ahead.
Putting Lamar on scout team. You said.
I think we got Richie James out there. I think. I got to check.
You said it was exciting for these guys. What about this makes it so exciting? Another chance to prove just how dominant this team has been all season?
I'm sorry. Give that to me one more time.
You said earlier that everyone on defense is really excited about this game and this challenge.
Yeah.
What is it that makes it so exciting? Is it another chance to kind of yet again prove?
It's another championship opportunity, and it's another opportunity to just keep. We always talk about when you step between the white lines, you're always trying to go be your personal best, but you're reminding the world how great you are also. And it doesn't matter the opponent, it doesn't matter who they are. You're out there to do your absolute best, and you'll make the great ones look normal, and you'll make the bad ones, even though there's really no bad teams in the NFL, but you'll embarrass the bad ones. And that's the objective, is that you line up across from your opponent, it doesn't matter who they are, you're giving them your absolute greatest punch. And so it's another great challenge. We're going all the way out west on a holiday, or east on a holiday weekend, and we're playing a really good football team, and it's another challenge to show how great we are. So that's a challenge.
You use the phrase "don't chase ghosts." You have a very athletic, fast defense. It's also young. Is it susceptible to chasing ghosts? Is that something you have to?
No, it's just when they got all these jet sweeps, and it's very similar to what our offense does. There's a lot of moving parts, and if you're chasing the moving parts and not focusing, just keep the main thing, and be good with your keys, and trust that if you just play with your fundamentals, you play with your coverage, and you fit things based on what you see, you'll land where the ball lands, and so that's the most important thing. Don't chase don't chase things because you think something's happening. Play discipline, play your rules. The ball will come to you.
Thanks, Coach.
Good. All right, everybody.